Slowly but surely, the pgmol are getting exposed for the corrupt mafia-like entity that they are, and this time, it's David the spineless tosser Coote who finds himself in hot waters. I'm sure you've all seen the video where he calls Jurgen Klopp a cunt, and Liverpool's shite by now, which has rightly led to his immediate suspension, as well as an internal investigation into the matter, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. First and foremost, it's absolutely pathetic that Coote tried to bullshit his way out of the situation by claiming that the video is AI generated. Anyone with even a semblance of knowledge on technology knows that's not the case, and I'd have a lot more respect for the man if he held his hand up and took responsibility for his actions. It's clear as day he was coked up out of his mind during the recording, and to a certain extent, you can't really blame any human being for bitching about issues at work in their private space, so it's a bleeding shame his so-called friend allowed the clip to leak in the manner that he did. That being said, this just goes to show you that referees are nowhere near as neutral as they claim to be. Ultimately, they're all football fans who have their personal preferences and agendas against any given team, which likely pours into their decision making. The video doing the rounds was shortly after Liverpool's 1-1 draw against Burnley at Anfield in July 2020. Klopp's men were looking to become the first ever Premier League side to win every home game during the season, and were on a 24-match winning run at Anfield at the time. Frustrated by the result, Klopp had a pop at Coote in his post-match press conference, claiming he allowed Burnley's players to get overly physical with no repercussions. Coote would get his revenge for this just 3 months later in October, when Jordan Pickford snapped Virgil van Dijk's leg in half, yet didn't even get sent off, all while the Dutchman was out of action for months on end, and Liverpool's season crumbled before their eyes. It's a good thing Liverpool beat Villa 2-0 before the international break, because if they didn't, and Coote made a favourable decision for the latter, there would be pure anarchy right now. It's a joke that all these referees claim to be fans of lower league sides, by the way, like Coote does with Notts County. The only reason they're doing that is so that they're allowed to officiate as many games as possible, because legally speaking, they wouldn't be if they admitted they were a fan of one of the big six, which a lot of them obviously are. Kurt Cobain once said, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you, and that just about sums up how anyone who doesn't support Man City feels about the pgmol at the minute. I can see Coote's colleagues targeting Liverpool in a vindicative manner moving forward to get so-called justice for their mate, and that's something worth keeping an eye on over the next couple of months. I reckon shit like this is why Klopp decided to call it quits. He was up against a machine that had broken every rule in the book to narrowly edge ahead of Liverpool in the league table on multiple occasions, and after a point, it all just becomes too exhausting. It's time to stop acting as though the Premier League has any integrity left, because that ship sailed the day Howard Webb became their chief and sent his employees off to the UAE to get paid by City's owners. That's my take, fellas. Do let me know yours down below. Peace.